Hello, my beloved cosmic star crunches. It's Noki. Come on in. These readings are divinely loved, guided, and protected. I don't know if y'all can see this, but that is a little mushroom in there. It's a little, isn't that cute? That's a little mushroom. I love that. I just wanted to show that to y'all. So, this is a general reading. Guidance from the ancestors and the beloved animal kingdom is with us. I went ahead and did a little pre-shuffle to get a vibe for the reading. We have earth and bone here. So what we have is burrow with exhaustion, questioning, motivations, and realignment. Then we have apprentice, higher education, beliefs, and wisdom. The heart, we have heart, emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart, shelter, spiritual growth, accountability, healing, enchanter, self-evaluation, awakening, and purpose. You have the numbers 25, 4, 7, 1, and 22 out here. So let's look at these at the end. Let's actually, and then we'll start too with a little bit of Woodland Warden's energy. No, we'll get that. Yeah, with the Woodland Wardens. Okay. These are all cleansed and shuffled, so we could save a little time before we get started here. Okay. Adaptability with the fox and ivy. You're very adaptable. You're tired though. You've been going through something turbulent lately. Like there's been a lot of heavy energy. I feel like you've been alchemizing because you have apprentice with higher education, beliefs, and wisdom, and you're going into your heart space. Like you're switching from just the mind space, and you're making decisions from your heart space with shelter here, spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. You're taking accountability for things in your life that you feel like you need to change, that could point you in a better direction. Because you have this apprentice, you're trying to figure things out going within for realignment. But you're adaptable. You have adaptability here, and that's what you're doing. You're adapting to the new energies that are being brought forth in your life from, I feel like you just had a recent release. And I feel like it was during Mercury retrograde in Cancer, because, Cancer is around your home, your private life, romance, how you view relationships, how you view yourself in relationships even, I think you've been clearing a lot of stuff out. That's why you have this exhaustion, questioning, motivations, and realignment. We have new opportunities at the bottom of the deck with the hare and the oak. This was the beaver and the birch with home. And it kind of reminds me of the Four of Wands and Tarot. With the new opportunities. Yes, like I said, let's keep going. Okay. What else? Beloved Woodland Wardens. Oh, it feels so good when I'm doing readings with the animal spirit kingdom. Their presence feels so warm and loving and wise and creative. Animals. Do we have anything else? Anything else? Woodland Wardens. Animals are so creative. Metamorphosis, yes. Higher education, beliefs, wisdom, emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart, spiritual growth, accountability, healing. Metamorphosis. Absolutely. You're going through the process of metamorphosis if you're not already on the other side. There's been a huge release, with this heart space. I'm just going to show you. there's been this huge release, this huge alchemization process, you know, and it was around your home. Maybe your partnerships, who you're with, who you're, you know, around. Maybe you're single and you were really in introspection because you weren't really open to a relationship for a long time, but maybe you're opening up to a relationship or have decided to open up to a relationship, but you know exactly what it is that you're looking for, like your standards, what it's going to take. You've had patience with yourself. You've been patient, you know, you've been practicing temperance. Realigning, and that takes patience with the bobcat and blackthorn. I have blackthorn tattooed. Where's it at? Anyways, that's blackthorn with that little lizard on it. But yeah, you've been patient. You've been patient with yourself. You've been patient with others. You've been patient with the process. You've been resting a lot, reflecting. I feel like you've been implementing a lot of self-care because you have graceful persistence after that with the hawk and thistle. I mean, you can't, it's right here in the cards. This message is very, very clear so far. The hawk and thistle, graceful persistence with patience, metamorphosis, home, adaptability. Right? I mean, you're doing good. And you have the wolf on the bottom of the deck, guardianship, the wolf and the rose hip with guardianship. I feel someone here, I just got this, and I felt this so super strongly. Ooh, that was a strong feeling. Someone here loves roses. Like there's an energy I'm picking up in the collective that loves roses, works with roses. You could be a practitioner, and the rose could be one of the main ingredients for your workings. Roses are versatile. They're adaptable too. You can use them for protection magic, love magic, self-love magic. You know what I'm saying? That's really the only kind of love magic that I personally prefer to do is self-love. Because once you do, you know, self-love energy work, self-love ritual, self-love magic, then everything just, you know, you attract what's supposed to come to you. And if you're still waiting for it, you learn grace, you learn patience, you have graceful persistence, you know, and you have guardianship. You're protected, right? You are protected. Let's get two cards awful close to each other that are like, okay. All right, what else, beloved animal spirit family? We're going hard with the animal spirit kingdom in this reading. And the ancestors. The earth and bone represents our ancestors. Those are the cards that allow messages from our ancestors to come through. Very connected to my ancestors and now our ancestors. Beloved ancestors, not, you know, not the mean asses. Whoever has our highest and best interest at heart here is allowed in this space. You have the turtle. Graceful persistence. I'm getting that energy from the turtle too. Plus turtles are resilient and they are very, I feel like, I don't know what, they're explorative, curious, I guess, because they find themselves far away from their pond. I don't know where they think they're going and why they would just keep going. I wonder how a turtle thinks. That's interesting. I feel a curiosity within a turtle for some reason, like a curious energy. All right, beloved animal spirit. Shark. The shark, it moves with purpose. right? The shark is stealth. It moves with purpose. It lives with intention, right? It lives out its life in the ocean, and it's very communicative. Really, sharks are communicative creatures with each other, and it depends on the species too, but yeah. Plus they move with purpose, when it's time for them to eat, or do what a shark does. It's it has strategy. It's strategic. They're hunters, right? You have, goodness, these all flipped out. The spider, creative, adaptable. If somebody comes along and tears down a spider web, what does the spider do? They rebuild. Directly get busy rebuilding. Every time. It doesn't matter how many times it happens. The spider's going to rebuild with purpose. With the shark and the spider. Yeah, the spider has, it's going to rebuild with purpose and mastery as well. You have the wolf. You have the wolf twice. Guardianship. Wolves are very intuitive as well. Family oriented. Very helpful to each other, in pack situations, things of that nature. Also, I don't know why I'm getting this right now, but the wolf and the raven have a very close relationship in life on this planet. The raven will lead the wolf to prey, right? Living. The raven will find the wolf, communicate to the wolf where the prey is, lead the wolf to the prey. The wolf will go in for the kill, and the raven will sit back and wait for the wolves to be done with their meal, and they'll come in after the wolf, and there's their dinner, right? They're like the scavengers, they come in. The ravens are so much more than scavengers, but they come in after the wolf. That's their relationship, the wolf and the raven. You can literally research it. It's a beautiful story. And it's funny because that brings me to unity, human consciousness, the collective consciousness and unity. If a wolf and a raven can communicate on this planet with that way to help each other out as far as survival, eating, things humans have to do too. Humans should be capable of doing this too, instead of being so torn sometimes, Another movement, there's a lot of movement here. The panther. The panther is a very unique cat and has a unique sound. It communicates in a unique way. It screams it can sound like a human. A panther can, when they scream or whatever the f*** is they do, they can sound like a woman in the woods screaming. And they're black. They're very mysterious, very strong, very powerful, intuitive as well. Hunters. We have a lot of hunters here. The shark, the spider, the wolf, the panther. The spider is even a hunter. But its web does the work for it. My reading before this was about that. Web weaving. And the fact that the web is the spider's creation, and the web does so much for the spider. It's its home. It's the tool to catch its meals. And you have the starfish. Another adaptability. A starfish can lose a leg and grow it back. They're mutable. They're versatile. They're resilient. Starfish are very beautiful little creatures, right? They're just we're in awe of, but they're very resilient, very adaptable. Camouflage. like you might be feeling, you know, like you need to camouflage. Maybe just move in silence. I'm getting a moving in silence, doing all this healing and all this stuff, like higher education, beliefs, and wisdom. You could really be diving into like the occult, or studying Hinduism, or getting into Buddhism, you know, the Bible, whatever it is that you do, right? Higher education, beliefs, and wisdom. It's surrounded by your belief system. It comes from you, within you, right? And you're very adaptable, very protected, very strong, very stealth, very wise, very intuitive. All these creatures. I mean, the bobcat. All these creatures. You know, they move in a certain way. You have the fox and the wolf, the bobcat and the panther. And now you have the unicorn. You're very different. There's a very different energy that I'm feeling here, very unique. You're able to, you're an alchemist. I feel alchemy. I do. I feel alchemy and sea serpent on the bottom of the deck. It's coming full circle. Like you've gone within this exhaustion, questioning, motivations, realignment. Like you have been given more wisdom, more knowledge, more downloads. Like you know more now. Let's get a little tarot. Let's get a little tarot. Yeah, this is powerful. There's been a lot of healing. Spiritual growth, accountability, healing. Right there in the card, shelter. There's roses in that card too, blue ones. But what you're creating is beautiful. It's very fulfilling for you. It's very you powered, right? It's like powered by you. Yeah, it's like exhaustion, questioning, motivations, realignment, emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart, death, and rebirth. For every death, there's a rebirth. There's too many, like the starfish being here, like I said, that can lose its leg and grow it back. Very able to camouflage in the sand. Like, but there's death, the metamorphosis, there's death and rebirth energy here, right? And you're going through that. You've been in this exhaustion, questioning, motivations, realignment. You've been in this burrow. You've been in this apprentice energy, learning, gathering information, learning yourself, learning how you move, learning how you react to things, learning where your emotions come from and how to handle them or move them around, right? So we have death. What else? My goodness. The way that I'm just gonna, yeah. Yes. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. This is definitely meant to be. What comes after death? You're born again. Like really, the star comes after the tower in tarot, but still, you have the star. With a deer. You can see far and clear, like you can see with your energy. You can energetically see. You're strong, you're powerful. Then you have the moon with let me straighten these out a little bit. Okay. You have the moon with another wolf. This is that burrow, going that burrow energy. Going in, like mystery, right? Figuring out the mystery so that you can find the answers. Like solving the mystery within yourself that has brought you to that exhaustion and questioning, and you know, what are your motivations? What motivates you? You know, what do you need to realign to get on the right path for yourself and your higher purpose? Because then you have the Emperor, and you're getting there. You're figuring it out. Clearly, with this reading, is showing that you have been doing the work, and it's going to pay off. I mean, pay off. Like owls, the goat, the ram. You could have this Aries energy. You can have Aries in your chart. We have Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Let's see. You have the Ace of Cups. Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles. This is on the other side of this exhaustion and questioning and going within and going back to the heart space. Going into the heart space and finding the answers there instead of staying stuck in your mind space. And it's bringing you justice over this situation, over the exhaustion and questioning and direction, not feeling like you had a direction. You clearly have a direction now. Libra energy. So the major arcanas, you got 2 aces, and then the rest major arcanas. And Death, Scorpio, the Star, Aquarius, the Moon, Pisces, the Emperor, Aries, Justice, Libra. Yeah. Let's get a little bit of clarity. That's beautiful. This has been a journey, and I felt it. I felt that energy, but I also feel that like the judgment, the rise, right? You're the Emperor, the Star, Death, the Moon, and the Star with Justice and the Emperor, like this, the Moon and the Star, like someone's very balanced here. I feel like this has brought you back into balance with your divine masculine and feminine, with like back into balance with, let's see, spirit and the material, like material and spirit, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a balance here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. You have the Devil and the Hierophant. So you're balanced. You're very balanced in yourself, in your energy in this life. Justice on the bottom of the deck. You brought back the balance. The Devil and the Hierophant together, that's not a bad combo. That's self-mastery. That's balancing your dark and your light. That's integration. That's shadow integration. And higher level commitment with your higher self and your spirit team, the angels, God, source, creation. On Death, the Star. That's badass. That's too many. So many. The Star, beloved, divine animal kingdom. Judgment on the Star. Are you joking? Right next to the Moon. I told you I felt judgment. I told you. You have called judgment on that exhaustion and feeling defeated and tired and wore out and drained. You went into this heart space. You sheltered yourself. Shelter's right next to that. You've been healing the Moon. The fucking Star? The fucking Star on the Moon? Are you serious right now? With Judgment, Justice, the Devil, the Hierophant, all these majors. Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio again, Aquarius again. My gosh. The Daughter of Cups with the Emperor. I feel like something new has been awakened in you emotionally. I feel like this has cleansed your chakra system too with this rainbow reflection. I feel like you've been doing just a lot of inner emotional work. And, you know, with this swan here, you're flowing, right? You're seeing the beauty in life again, the beauty in yourself, the beauty in your experience and this human experience. And you're viewing it, you're doing it while sitting in emperor status now, or you're about to be there. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. The Nine of Cups on the Ace of Cups. Wish fulfillment. All your little heart's desires with heart. You have heart. This has been your wish fulfillment. To come back to center, to find peace, growth, expansion, to not feel stuck and exhausted anymore and not know your purpose. You know, you've become adaptable within this experience of healing. Was going in. I can't believe the Hermit's not here. The King of Wands. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is being clarified by the King of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay, this could be you connecting, moving towards a desire with your higher self and this higher education and beliefs, wisdom, or this could be a lover's connection coming in with this King of Wands energy. But the main thing here is that you have mastered. I feel like this is you and your higher self, this Two of Cups. And this King of Wands. You've mastered self-realization, self-expression, higher power, higher self, integration, shadow and light integration, spirit material balance, masculine and feminine balance. You've mastered it. Now you're going to new heights. The Eight of Pentacles, you're building. The Spider again, look at this. You're creative, you're creating. You're creating, and you're creating from a place of power and healing. You're creating from a place of being healed, not broken anymore, right? Not lost, not exhausted, not. You're better now, and you're ready. You're ready for this new endeavor. You're ready for this new phase in life. Instinct, like you got the wolf again. You got the wolf 3 times, dude. With instinct and then rebirth. I told you, you have death, and for every death, there's a rebirth. There you go. I'm telling you, this has been a rebirth. Your very first card out on the pre-shuffle from Earth and Bone was a burrow. Exhaustion, questioning, motivations, realignment, and all of that came afterwards through doing that. Through laying down and being still and going within and figuring out what the freaking problem was so that you could get better and move forward with confidence, security, and power. Security within your beliefs and the wisdom that you've acquired on this journey. This is beautiful. Equality. Yes, seahorse on the bottom of the deck with equality. The masculine and feminine, balancing the masculine and feminine. You've been doing the work. There's some news on the way. This could be a news of a move, of a new job. Anything. It could be anything. News about just planning a vacation and a getaway because you've done so much work and maybe you need a little you know, recharge. Do something for yourself, right? I don't know, maybe go buy some decorations for your home or something. Go shopping for your home. Sea otter. You can't, I'm telling you, it's right here in the cards. Sea otter, transformation, death, rebirth, transformation with stability. And it's leading to your stability. This transformation, this death and rebirth is your justice. You have judgment, justice, all of these hair fall, I mean, this is a beautiful reading. Absolutely incredible. All of this is leading to your stability and security. 4 times. Wolves could be very significant for you. You could actually have the wolf could be one of your totems, your totem or your power animal. But 4 times the wolf came out in this reading. Authenticity. All of this is happening because when you went in and you healed, you found your authenticity. You believed in your authentic self. You started to understand that that's where you should create from, is your authentic self. You know, take all the mask off that people have felt, you know, you felt like people have made you put on, you know, or their projections have projected onto you and you felt like maybe you were wearing their mask, you know what I'm saying? But this is a rebirth. That's what this is. And this is beautiful. I hope this helps someone. I love you guys so, so much. Stay true to you always, my loves. Shadow and light.